starting the vlog here. It's Tuesday. I'm about to go into my new job. Wish me luck. That's all. That was such a fun experience. I look crazy right now. That was such a fun experience. I so enjoyed that. That whole entire time was so fun. We just basically got to learn about wedding dresses all day. That's all we did. It was so fun. One of the girls tried all the dresses on, and honestly, I'm just so excited for this job. It's gonna be so fun. I'm like, my face hurts from smiling. But yeah, yay, I took so many notes. They gave us I'll do a little bag haul when I get home. They gave us a little bag, a candle, a booklet, and a pen. So super fun. Now I have to go to a dentist appointment, and I've been drinking coffee all day, so my dentist is gonna hate me, but whatever. Okay, so I just finished work, my first shift. It wasn't really work, it was more like, I think it was more just like a training, get to know you, like wrap your head around the brand. So what we did was they booked out like a conference room in a hotel, and it was set out so nicely, and they had like little lollies and like Mentos and tea, snacks and coffee basically running the whole day, and they're all so lovely, like they're all so nice. Yeah, it was so fun. We just got to like look at dresses all day, basically talk about the different kinds of brides and different kind of customers. Gave us like a pretty decent rundown on all the designers and stuff, which was really interesting to actually hear about, because I didn't know that there was so much going on behind. Like obviously like wedding dresses are a big deal. Like I didn't think it was going to be like so full on, and like how much as a stylist you need to consider. So we got like this fat handbook of everything that we need to know as a bridal stylist, and it's like maybe 300 pages long. I have my favorite designer, Milanova. My favorite, my absolute favorite. They're European. She is a Ukrainian designer, and all of her dresses are just beautiful. Like they're all classic and elegant and like really put together, and I just think that screams me. Like I'm not even thinking about getting married, but being in this job, I'm like so excited to try all these dresses on. They were saying by the time you get married, you're gonna hate the idea of wedding dress shopping, because you're gonna know everything about everything. It's gonna make the decision easier but also harder. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Love this job. Also, look at my orchid. Hey, Holly and Abby got me that orchid for my baptism, which is beautiful. It's stunning. I love it. It's my first ever orchid. I have never received an orchid before, and I love it because orchids are so grown up. Like,
it's bad and it's lonely, and we go, I want to avoid that at all costs.
good morning, everyone. Apologies. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Thursday. It's Anzac Day. We have a day off, as if I've been going to uni at all this week. I just wanted to give a little update. I started my new job this week, and it has been really fun. Yesterday I had another shift. On Tuesday we were in a conference room. Wednesday was another little bit of theory, but we were in the actual showroom. So that was really interesting, and it was really fun to kind of like find our way around the showroom and stuff. We also got to do a little bit of dress try-ons, but it was such a pretty dress. I mean, I'm not planning on getting married anytime soon, so there's no stress as of right now. But it was so fun to just try stuff on and get to know everybody and get to know the dresses. And then on Saturday, we're doing shadowing. So I'm working again 9 to 5 on Saturday, and we're just shadowing all of the bridal stylists and how they would go about their appointments. Apparently on Saturday we're fully booked out with appointments. I think we have like 20 appointments, but we've got 6 weeks of training. I'm not sure how many days a week I'm working, if it's just going to be 2 or if we're going to have more. As of right now, that's kind of the gist. Because I'm working so much this week, I don't really have anything going on. So I figured that I would do a little bit of just talking today. I really want to kind of just talk about my baptism. That's something that's really been on my mind to speak about. So I think that's going to happen for the rest of this vlog. Tomorrow, Mum and I are gonna go and look at a house, one of the houses that we really, really like. And then I'm also going with my dad tomorrow to kitchen styling home remodeling appointment because he's renovating the whole house. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I think I have. But we're starting with the bathrooms and he wants to get a roll on the kitchen soon. So exciting news though. On Monday, we have a New York scouter coming to the agency to come and scout some new faces for New York as like their international agent and international representative. So we're gonna go along to that and see how we do. I've already been to an international casting. I went for, I think it was an Italian scouter, but yeah, this one's from New York. Basically all we have to do is just get some digitals, walk for them, and then like measurements. So it's super chill, but it's definitely a decision that they make that could boost your career really, really early on, or nothing could happen. The next piece of news, I have like one eyelash. The next piece of news is that Giselle and I got invited to Sydney Fashion Week, which is insane. We went to Melbourne Fashion Week with a brand and now we're going with the same brand to Sydney Fashion Week. So that is going to be really, really fun and exciting and I can't wait. I think it's in a few weeks. I'll only be there for one day, but we're making it, we're going for 2 days just to be more chill and just to have more time over there and just sightsee a little bit. Next little announcement is a lot of travel announcement actually. After Sydney, Thomas is going to Melbourne for a wedding. It's around my birthday, and so Mum and I were thinking, why don't we just go to Melbourne and just go shopping? So we're gonna go to Melbourne. A lot going on in the next few months. Also, it's my birthday coming up soon. Crazy. Okay, I think I might just talk about my baptism now. I have a little bit of time before Mum is ready. Where to begin? I don't have a script, so... Oh wait, I forgot to do my eyebrows. Hang on. I was like, I knew I'm missing something. Mum's music is so loud right now. Okay. Now that that's done, literally didn't even make a difference. I don't really know what to say. I think I just want to talk a little bit about my kind of journey, a little bit of my testimony in a way. I think I'll put a video. I meant to get a video back from church of my like full baptism. So hopefully that comes in time for this video to be uploaded. If not, I think I have some like video recording, but it's this way, not this way. Basically, I've been thinking of getting baptized for a really long time now. I don't actually know why it took me so long. We'd always have like little spontaneous calls for baptism. Like if you wanted to get baptized, there was that option for you to just go up and do it. And I've been so close. There have been so many times where I'm just like, I'm just gonna do it. I don't care who's here. It's not a decision for anybody else but me and God, and I'm just gonna do it. And I never ended up doing it, but I'm kind of glad in a way. I'm not glad it took so long. I'm just glad that I waited for my family to be available. The rest of my family and a lot of my friends were there, which was really, really good. My whole kind of testimony was based around how a lot of times when people say that they're a Christian grown up in a Christian family, that, you know, they've been the perfect Christian their whole life and like they've never done anything wrong and all of this stuff, a lot of stigma around just being a stereotypical, like, like the stereotypical like family Christian kind of thing. You have your moments where you're really, really close and connected with God, and then you have your moments when you're not. And I definitely went through a really long phase in my life where I just wasn't. I was Christian and I knew about God and I loved him, but I was never like a fully devoted. Like I never, basically in my testimony, I said I never took him seriously, which I think really shaped who I was, where I was like, yeah, but I'm a Christian and I'm good. But there are moments when you don't really like have the full understanding. I don't have the full understanding now. I'm just sharing my experience. But when you don't have like that full knowledge and that full kind of fullness of God, I guess, when you don't have that, things can become really blurred lines in a way. Like the boundaries of what's right and what's not kind of are pushed and like skewed a little bit, and then your idea of what's allowed and what isn't. Not to say that there's rules, you know, like what's morally right and what's morally wrong in that sense. And I think a lot of that came from just not knowing and not understanding and not like truly being a part of being like a fully devoted Christian in a way. Being Christian and having a relationship with God, in my experience, has been very different. I, you know, called myself a Christian for my whole life. I think I only really started having a relationship with God, you know, like a friend friendship, a bond between me and God is stronger than it's ever been in the last, I want to say 6 months. I started maybe a year ago, you know, reading the Bible every night, trying really hard to get this, but only in the last 6 months did I start kind of following, you know, Christian creators or podcasts, or really listening and really understanding what they were saying at church and like taking notes in church. And then only in the last 5 or 6 weeks have I been going to, you know, young adults night and finding a new community there. I love my friends and I love my Christian community and my life group. I love my life group. I think that they're so great. And especially my leaders, I feel like they've really been talking about things that are really relevant in my life now, which is also strengthened. I think if I didn't have that, you know, I feel like God definitely placed me in that life group for a reason. But I think that it was so intentional for what I needed in my life and what I needed to hear. I'm so thankful that I did it. Basically, my baptism was nerve-wracking to say the least. I was so nervous backstage. Last Sunday, we went to go and have a look at some houses. Got our little coffees. Coffee and anxiety do not mix. I got anxious after my coffee and then I started stressing out and freaking out. I was at home. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna vomit. Mom, I'm gonna throw up. I can't do it. I'm literally shaking the whole way to church. I have a clip actually from before my baptism that I'll put in right now. Okay, hello everyone. It is Sunday, the 21st of April. I am shaking, like, I'm not shaking right now. My body, I am so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm not nervous to get baptized. I'm fine with getting baptized. I think I'm scared of speaking, but I sing at church, so I like, it shouldn't be that bad. But I think just being vulnerable is gonna scare me. But okay, it's Sunday before I go to church early so that I can get baptized. I'm so scared. I'm so nervous. So nervous. And we only got home at like 1:30, but I have been literally like tremoring. I just need to specify that I'm not scared of getting baptized. I'm so excited. I think half of it, I think 75% of it is excitement, 25 is nerves. I think I'm more nervous to speak, but I just don't want to cry. My mum is going to be in the pool with me, which is going to be really good. In Romanian Christian like tradition, you dress in white to get baptized, and usually like a dress, and you have a little headscarf. But I would love to do it the traditional way, and I think it would be really good, but the gateway is a little bit more chill and relaxed. So instead I am doing white. I'm doing just like a white basic t-shirt, and then I'm doing these pants because they're not too thick, so getting in the water in these pants will not be uncomfortable. Okay, I'm really nervous. I'm just praying that I don't yap, because I am such a yapper, and when I'm nervous it gets even, as you can tell, it gets even worse when I'm nervous. So I'll just be like talking my head off. At least I have my script, but I have my script on my phone. I also chose the coldest day so far this year to get baptized, so I'm gonna be walking around with wet hair around church in like 7 layers. I'm bringing my Uggs to church because there's no way that I'm wearing anything else. Okay, I need to put this down because I'm just getting too nervous. Okay, I'll see you there, or maybe the next clip will be me getting baptized. I was pooing my pants. Not necessarily scared to get baptized. I think I was more scared for actually speaking in front of everyone. It was like a huge crowd. There were 6 other people getting baptized, so I assume there would have been at least 1,000-2,000 people there. Maybe not 2, but probably 1. We had a little bit of a worship segment of church, which kind of calmed me down a little bit. And then when we had to go backstage, that's when the nerves started kicking in. I was sweating so profusely, I cannot even begin to explain. I was walking back and forth, doing laps. I was jumping up and down, trying to get all the adrenaline out. And then I started freaking out, and I was like, what am I doing? I'm gonna vomit. I was literally hyperventilating backstage. So I went in the water, still nervous, still shaking. Once I got to the microphone, I was like the most at peace I have ever been in my life. It was like just the most, I don't even know how to explain it. Like the most surreal and supernatural peace, quickness. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but it was just like immediate peace, which felt insane. I was freaking out 5 minutes before, get in the water, and I'm just like I don't even know how to explain it. I think that's how you know you've made the right decision, is when you feel so at peace. I think that's how everybody kind of feels. It's just like, this is where I'm meant to be. Yeah, I went and I started speaking, and I tried to make it my speech. I told this to everyone. I was like, I try to make it funny, because if I don't laugh, I will cry. And I don't want to cry. But yeah, I spoke and then I went under. And then that was that. I was like, Mom, you need to pull me out of the water. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get up because you need to fall like trust fall style. I was like, how am I going to like, the water's hip deep. I don't think I can get in the water. I'm so long. And I did it. And afterwards, it was just the biggest like relief, the biggest weight off my shoulders to just feel. That's kind of my story. I'll definitely insert the clip. Hopefully it'll be the good clip. If not, you can just deal with the little iPhone filmed clip. Really, really great decision. I would highly, highly, highly encourage. After I got baptized, they had like everybody who knew you would come up and pray for you. But this one girl came up to me, just so like crying, just bawling her eyes out. And I was like, are you okay? But she came to me and she grabbed my hand. And she was like, I don't know you and you don't know me, but what you said really, really touched me and I really resonated and I really connected with it. And I just wanted to say thank you because you really, really make me want to get baptized. And she was like, I wasn't going to come to church tonight, but I just felt like I had to. And that was just like the biggest, like, oh my goodness, because I also had a little feeling. I was like, this is the week that I need to get baptized. If I don't do it this week, I'm going to have a heart attack. Like, I need to get it done this week. And I also had an inkling that I was like, maybe, I don't know, maybe that was why. But she came up to me and I was like, please come and find me after. Like, I really want to get to know you, really want to talk to you. The most like surreal, like, what the heck? Like, that was, there's no other explanation but God, you know? Like, there's no way that was a coincidence. I'm very happy that I did it. I would highly recommend. Baptism 10 out of 10 for anybody. Anybody wanting to get baptized, do it. It's the best decision you'll ever make in your whole life.
Just as an intro, last night I was reading my Bible, and after I finished reading I got a little bit nervous about today, but as I was reading I felt that I just needed to hear a verse. So I said, Holy Spirit, give me a verse that I need to hear before tomorrow. I flipped to a random page, eyes closed, picked a random spot, eyes closed, and it gave me Matthew 6:34, which says, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. So out of the whole Bible, I feel like that's a pretty crazy moment. My personal story of faith is pretty simple. I've grown up in a Christian family and my family was well involved in the church their whole lives. I'm not a stranger to God and He is not a stranger to me. There was a time in my life where I lost God for a little bit and I didn't really take Him seriously. The reason for the lostness that I felt, I think, was that I sought worldly solutions to a God-shaped problem. I had a dream. Basically, it's a little bit of a strange one, but I got reached for the Hunger Games. Not one part of me thought that I was going to make it out alive, clearly. I went to my friends seeking help, I went to my mum seeking help, and funnily enough, I went to God last. I begged for a spot in heaven, not necessarily for forgiveness, but just that I would make it in. He then said, I'm sorry, you don't know me well enough. Now, I know, disclaimer, God would never say that. He is a loving God who wants us in heaven. But that dream was probably one of the biggest wake-up calls I've ever had. I immediately woke up and I started reading my Bible at 4 a.m. This is a word from the devil, preying on my vulnerability and doubt to separate me from God. He absolutely failed. Ever since then, I've been prioritizing God and my relationship with Him, which has grown immensely, and I truly love God like never before. My brother got baptized recently, and something one of the pastors said really stood out to me. He said, once you go under that water, your old life stays under. Your old life dies just like Jesus died on the cross, and once you come up a new person. Your old person dies and the new person lives. So just like Jesus died on the cross and came back to life, we go under the water and our old life dies. Symbolic to the resurrection, Jesus defeated death, and when we come back of the water, we beat death. Our old life in sin no longer exists, and we are reborn, resurrected from a life of suffering. And that's what I'm here for tonight.
Well, a very simple question. Do you believe that Jesus Christ is your personal Lord and Saviour and you're going to follow Him all of your days?
Of course.
Well, on that confession of faith, we're going to baptize you now in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.
Anyway, that's my story. Love you all. God bless. Love you, but God loves you more. That's a good thing to say. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this kind of encouraged some people. Thanks for watching. I don't know how to do outros. I just say thanks and come back next week. Love you. God bless. Have a great week. Hope you had a great week.